Hey guys, welcome back to MU Sports TV, and we are going to concentrate on Manchester United, the transfers in and out. By now, you should be knowing how things are boiling at Old Trafford at the moment as they look to bounce back following a disastrous season where they finished 15th in the Premier League, and now they look to turn things around, and that will only happen if they managed to have or rather to bring in quality new players with quality, not just signing players to add the numbers, but bringing in players that will be impactful for the club or to the club, and those that are uh, being favored by Ruben Amorim, because at the moment I think the manager is the one who's deciding on which players the club should bring. And as far as you know, Manchester United have been in the transfer market looking for new players, and us to look at the players they've already signed and those that have already left the club. There's some players who have already left the club, and some players have already signed. And as you all know, rumors here and there on which players they are going to sign and which players that are going to leave this summer. So quick enough, I'm going to start with the one you know. The first summer signing for Manchester United came in form of Matheus Cunha from Wolves in a deal worth 62.5 million pounds. I think United activated his release clause from Wolves, the 26 years old forward who played for Wolves. He has played for Madrid as well, Atletico Madrid in Spain. And now he has switched his alliance from Wolves to Manchester United, hoping to replicate his form that he had at Wolves and to Manchester United, because the club like Manchester United need a player with these attributes and a player of Matheus Cunha caliber. And I think the signing of Matheus Cunha is a no-brainer, and I think it's a very, very great deal for Manchester United. And the fans expect a lot from him. But remember, uh, he came in a club where I think they are on a rebuild, so you don't expect much from him because he is part of the rebuild. Yeah, so we just don't give him pressure, because at United the pressure it what makes players fail. Matheus Cunha has been officially announced by the club, approved by the Premier League and the FA, and he is officially a Manchester United player. And as you all know, he has been given the number 10 shirt that was previously worn by Marcus Rashford, whom I think his career at the red side of Manchester is almost coming to an end. Yeah, something that I don't think we thought could come. Players like Rashford, they are these players that I don't think we could see playing for other teams. But in a surprise turn of events, Marcus Rashford spent half of the season on loan at Aston Villa last season, and I think he did quite well for Aston Villa. And now he's currently looking for a new club, and there are different clubs interested in Marcus Rashford, but I think Rashford is interested in a certain club, and it making the deal looks difficult. Rashford on a 350,000 per week at Old Trafford. I think he is willing to lower his wages in order to move to Barcelona, and I think Barcelona at the moment currently they are concentrating on signing of Luis Diaz from Liverpool. So after the deal to sign Nico Williams from Bilbao failed, they turned their attention to Luis Diaz of Liverpool, whom I think Liverpool have rejected the first bid from Bayern Munich, as they're adamant of keeping the Colombian winger next season. But Barcelona are going to try their chance again, and are hoping that they could convince the Colombian to join them. But as well, Liverpool, or rather Barcelona, are not alone in the race. They are also Bayern Munich as well. So for Marcus Rashford, I think he has to wait to see if Barcelona will go for Luis Diaz. If the deal fails, now I think Barcelona can come in and negotiate with Manchester United, whom I think United are demanding around 40 million in order to part ways with the English international. But the question still remains if Barcelona will be willing to spend 40 million on Marcus Rashford. And Manchester United doesn't want any loan without guarantees. They want, if it's a loan, it must be a loan with an obligation to buy. So that will make the deal a little more difficult. But if Barcelona becomes more and more desperate, I think they could come in for Marcus Rashford. And so as I was saying, the number 10 shirt now belongs to Matheus Cunha as he's moved from um, Wolves, and he joined the elites who have worn the number 10 shirt at Manchester United. Rashford, as Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Wayne Rooney, and Ruud van Nistelrooy, some of the elite players who have donned the number 10 shirt for Manchester United. And this season, and from this season onwards, it is Matheus Cunha. So the second summer signing for Manchester United, I think I can't say it's the second summer signing, but it is a second summer signing based on the timing of when the deal was finalized. So if it is the timing on when the deal was finalized, then I can say it is the second summer signing for Manchester United. The name of Diego Leon from Cerro Porteño, the Paraguayan international, joined Manchester United. I think the deal was agreed last summer, the summer of 2024. But Diego Leon was still 17 years old, so he was playing for his home side. So I think this season now is when he was poised to move to Manchester United, and he did. It happened. He moved to United after spending, I think, 1 year, I can say, on loan. Yeah, because the deal was completed in summer 24. That he was waiting to be 18 years old in order to move to the red side of Manchester. And last week, United confirmed the signing of the 18-year-old Paraguayan defender from Cerro Porteño. He joined as I don't think there's many speculation that maybe he'll be sent out on loan. Maybe he's coming in as a reserve player, as an academy player. But I think it all depends on how he perform in these 4 weeks he have with the first team in preseason, which I think already started on the 7th of July. So Diego Leon joined for around 4 million euros, up to 5 million euros in add-ons. That is a good deal for the Red Devils there. And I think this will be justified by how he performed in the preseason. This is when now I think the coaching team led by Ruben Amorim will decide whether to promote him officially and to the first team, or he will be loaned out, or maybe joining from the academy side. But he is the second summer signing for Manchester United. The left back or left wing back, as now most of the defenders or other fullbacks are being known by at Old Trafford due to the system change from the 4-2-3-1 to the 3-4-2-1 formation, which are now makes us to recognize the left backs as left wing backs. So Diego Leon, the second summer signing for Manchester United under the first full season of Ruben Amorim. So the third summer signing, which I think has been confirmed today, is the signing of Enzo Cannabik from Le Havre. Manchester United officially announced the signing of Enzo Cannabik from Le Havre, the young forward who I think represents France under 18, and he joined the Red Devils from Le Havre, but he is immediately loaned to Ineos sister club in Switzerland, known as Lucerne Sport. So he won't be joining United. He won't be playing for the Red Devils this season. Rather, he will be sent out on loan to the sister club of Manchester United, who I think there's Lucerne Sports, owned by Ineos in Switzerland. So the young forward signing for United, but he's spending a season-long loan to the sister club of Manchester United. That is the Swiss League, in the Swiss Super League. That that is called Lausanne Sports. So I think uh, the last two signings, that is Diego Leon and Enzo Cannabik, these are just I can say they are for the future, not just the present, but for the future. We look at them as a future signing, And when I talk about the rebuild that is required from at Manchester United, it is not just rebuilding the first team; it is also rebuilding the academy. When I see clubs, struggling in the transfer market, being priced out by teams when signing players. When I see now United are trying to agree a 65 million deal with Belmo, from Belmo. Arsenal is signing Zubimendi. They're now signing Gyökeres for around 80 million euros. You see, Spurs signing Kudus for 55 million. When I look at this signing, then I remember Barcelona. You see, Barcelona under Xavi Hernandez, they were really poor in terms of, I don't know how they're playing, but when Flick joined them last season, there were no major signings apart from Dani Olmo, and which I don't think even he was part of the first team. Actually, he wasn't. And Barcelona turned to a super team. So what changed? Nothing changed. It is just the tactics of the manager. And Barcelona, like I can say, 40% of their first team last season was based on La Masia. So you see Balde, when you see Kubasi, and you see Emilia Mal, Marc Casado, and Fermin Lopez. All these players came from the academy. They saved the club millions in the transfer market. So these signings are for the future. So I think Ineos are coming up with a different approach than with the one we used to see under the Glazers. They're really trying to build something here. They're really trying to secure the future. When I look at Real Madrid, they always have the tendency of spending on the market. And sometimes, when you spend on the market, when you sign players with 70 million, 80 million, they come with a lot of pressure. And this pressure sometimes makes players not perform. When you see Kamavinga at the moment, Chouameni at the moment, they came in with a higher fee. But if you see their performance, sometimes you wonder, are they really worth the money Real Madrid spend on them? I think Barcelona left spending money after they spent around 135 million on Felipe Coutinho from Liverpool, and also they spent around 70 million for Dembele from Borussia Dortmund. I think they decided to be very vigilant in terms of spending, and they are really trying to invest in the academy in La Masia, which I think is turning out to be a very huge profit for them in the transfer market. As you see, Lamine Yamal at the moment, one of the best right wingers in the world. If they were to sign him at the moment, he's worth 100 plus millions. So see that is what the Neos are trying to do at Manchester United, securing the future as far as starting by now. And securing the future is by picking up these young talents from different teams and bringing them together to secure the future. Remember, United signed Eden Heaven from Arsenal, a deal worth £1 million, only £1 million from Arsenal. At the moment, he is among the top centre backs for Manchester United. So these kind of signings, some fans may be wondering, why are we signing these young players? Why are we bringing in Enzo Cannabik and sending him out on loan? Why are we bringing in young players like Diego Leon, unproven players like Diego Leon? I tell you what, Emilio Mal, when he made his debut for Barcelona, he had no experience. This experience you get by playing these games. So there's no need to start crying that they are signing young players. Why can't you just sign quality players? Remember, United, when it comes to signing players, they have been signing players. Jadon Sancho, Rasmus Hojlund, Mason Mount, and Onana. They've been signing players, but these players turned out to be something else, like not how they wanted it to go. So the approach now is quite different. They're really trying to do something different in order to return Manchester United to where they belong, like 15 years ago. The last time they won the trophy was in 2012. I think in 13 years since they won the Premier League. The fourth summer signing for Manchester United confirmed yesterday. Here we go by Fabrizio Romano. Is the signing of the young talent as well. That is Haley Emsden James from Southampton. Agreement sealed. Premier League approved the transfer, and Emsden James will join Manchester United from Southampton. I think it's I don't know about the fee involved, but I think it's an undisclosed fee at the moment. The 16-year-old centre back joins Manchester United Academy, and this is what I talked about, securing the future. When you see the signings of Enzo Canabic, Diego Leon, and now Haley Emsden James, as I was saying, they are trying something different, something that I think we weren't seeing under the Glazers. Yeah, they were only concentrated on signing the big players and panic buying players at a higher fee, and things turned out to be not how they expected to be. So the Neos coming in now with a different approach. I think the fans, they want instant result. They want instant impact. But I tell you what, that won't happen. The instant impact that you want won't happen now. You just have to be patient. Being patient is backing your players, backing your manager, and being behind the players and being behind the manager, and criticizing the board when things go south. Because at the moment, when you see how things are going on at Old Trafford now, United started their preseason on Monday, the 7th of July. Ruben Amorim was expecting at least 2 to 3 signings when the preseason starts, but he only found himself with 2, with one senior player in the name of Matheus Cunha. Bryan Mbeumo, United are now in the 6th week in negotiations with Brentford regarding Bryan Mbeumo. So the speed or the pace at which Manchester United are going in terms of transfers is annoying, and is a worrying sight for Ruben Amorim, because when things go south, he'll be the first person to be questioned, the first person to be forced out of the club. But literally, you can say, and you know what, it is not the manager's fault. It is the fault of the board. They failed to back up the manager in time, because all managers, they always want to work with their players in the preseason. That is why the preseason is there in the first place. The coach needs to familiarize with his players and the new players as well. So at the moment, those are the only transfer that Manchester United have made so far in the transfer market. The signing that they have made. Matheus Cunha from Wolves in a deal about £62.5 million is only the senior signing that they've made so far. If it's about the senior signings, it is only Matheus Cunha. But when talking about the overall signing, there are 4 players that have signed for Manchester United this summer, and one of them being Matheus Cunha from Wolves in a deal worth £62.5 million. The second summer signing, as I said, was Diego Leon from Cerro Porteño, signed on a deal worth £5 million plus add-ons. Also, Enzo Canabic signed from Le Havre, but he is joining the sister club of Manchester United, that is Lausanne Sport, on a season-long loan, and the 18-year-old will officially play for Manchester United when he turns 19. That is next season, 26-27 season. The fourth signing, as I said, was Haley Emsden James, a young centre-back signed from Southampton. The Premier League has approved the signing, and maybe he will join the club in pre-season tour in the USA, as the club are preparing to face Bournemouth, Everton, and West Ham, the Premier League Summer Series in the US this summer. Bryan Mbeumo deal, that is something I can't talk about now, because it has been 4 weeks now. The 5th week, we are heading to the 6th week. That is, of United trying to reach a deal with Brentford for the signing of Bryan Mbeumo. I think Brentford have been clear with Manchester United. Anything less than £65 million, you are wasting your time. So I think they want £65 million. I don't know if they want the £65 million as a fixed without add-ons, or they want 65 million as a total package with the add-ons. That is something that I don't know yet, but what I can tell is that according to Gilimba Leg, the deal is closed. It has been closed for the last 3 weeks, so maybe this one is the real one. The deal is closed. United are nearing an agreement with Brentford for the signing of Bryan Mbeumo on a deal worth 65 million pounds. So let's wait and see what will happen. Remember, tomorrow is Friday. Saturday and Sunday is a weekend, and nothing will happen. So if the deal will be announced tomorrow, if there'll be no here we go tomorrow, Bryan Mbeumo, then I think the fans will have to wait again until next week on Monday to see whether the club will announce Bryan Mbeumo. So in terms of the outgoings at Manchester United, nothing serious, just the free agents departing this summer. But the senior players that have left Manchester United are Christian Eriksen, who was left as a free agent after signing from Brentford, I think, seasons ago. He left United as a free agent. Johnny Evans also has retired from football after leaving Manchester United. I think he returns as something like with the academy of Manchester United. Also, Victor Nelson Lindelof has also left Manchester United. Now, Lindelof, Eriksen, and Johnny Evans are the senior players that have left Manchester United so far this summer. And there are some names, big names that I think are being linked with the way moving away from the Old Trafford. And Alejandro Garnacho, Marcus Rashford, Anthony, Jadon Sancho, and Tyrell Malacia have all asked the club, have informed the club of their wish to leave United this summer, and that is a total of 7 to 8 players are going to leave United at this summer. I think the first time we are going to see a clear out at Manchester United. So if they manage to clear out or to sell these 5 players plus the 3 that have left the free agents, that is a total of 8 players. They are going to lose at least 7 players this summer. So are they going to replace them, or is it going to be a story for another day? But this needs to happen. Only one senior signing made. They're going to lose at least 7 players. Something needs to be done, and done real quick, because at the moment I can say that that fear factor that United had seasons ago is not there. Yeah. Teams are not afraid facing Manchester United. So that fear factor is gone. And for that fear factor to be back, I think they need to be serious in terms of signing players. You can't just be a top team without signing players. At the moment, United needs at least 4 signings in order to compete. Maybe finish in the top 6 next season. Remember, the top 6 finish is their target as far as next season is concerned. Top 6 finish. You need a striker. You need another midfielder. You need a defensive midfielder. And you need a goalkeeper. So Nana is not